Hello everyone. All right, we're back. And here is your finished sock. And you will see that this toe is nicely seamed together or joined together invisibly. And that is done using grafting the toe, or also known as a Kitchener stitch. And it's fairly stretchy, as you can see. So I'm going to show you how to do this. First of all, you need to get all of your stitches divided evenly between two needles. You want the front needle just like this. Oops. Without the working yarn is on the back of the rear needle here. Okay, and the Kitchener stitch can be tricky, so I'm going to show you and teach you how to keep track of this stitch as we go along. It's a simple little, not really a rhyme, but anyway. And once you get into it, it is a nice rhythm. For the first little while, you're going to want peace and quiet with no interruptions. So I highly suggest turning off all phones. In fact, that reminds me I need to turn my phone sounds down. Alrighty. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get started with the setup, because there is a setup to begin with. So you're going to thread your needle, your tapestry needle, and I use a crooked bent one because I just like the way they pick up the stitches. And make sure that your working yarn is coming from the rear needle. And oh, if you're using the magic loop method, you slide all of your stitches down to the center of your cable and then count to the center stitch and split it like you've done before, gently pulling your cable away from the stitches and sliding the stitches very carefully up onto your needles. Okay, so the setup, and for DPNs it's, you know, relatively simple. Just split the stitches evenly between two DPNs. Alright, so you're going to thread your needle, and you're going to bring the needle to the front needle, your tapestry needle. I hope I'm in the frame, sorry. And this can be a bit fiddly, especially on magic loop. Kind of fight the cable a little bit. So you're going to insert your tapestry needle on the front stitch of the first stitch, excuse me, of the front needle, and purlwise, and bring it through. Okay, leave that stitch on the needle. Then you're going to go to the rear needle and you're going to insert as if to knit, okay, just like that, and pull it through. And always make sure that your, yep, there we go. See, even us seasoned Kitchener stitchers make this little mistake. Just make sure that the yarn always goes underneath your needles. So there, leave that one on. Okay, then you're going to come back to this first stitch right here, and you're going to insert your needle, your tapestry needle, as if to knit, and you're going to very gently slip that, and oops, wrong needle that I'm pushing. There we go. Slip that stitch off the front needle. Then you're going to come back to the front needle, insert your tapestry needle purlwise, making sure that your yarn stays underneath the needles. Then you're going to go back and leave that stitch on there. Then you're going to go back to your rear needle, the first stitch there, insert the tapestry needle as if to purl. Bring that up through that stitch very gently and slip that stitch off your needle. Try to keep your needles as even as possible. Then you're going to go to your back again, the next stitch, and you're going to insert your needle knitwise, and you're going to leave that stitch on there. Okay? Then we're going to come back up here to this stitch and insert knitwise, and it slides off. Insert to the next stitch purlwise and leave on. Go to your rear needle, insert purlwise, and slip off. Whoops. Oh. There we go. And see how I adjusted that just there? I hope you caught that. And then back to the rear needle again, to the next stitch, insert knitwise and leave on. Alright, you're going to do that all the way across to the last 2 stitches. So we're going to go back to the front needle, and this is a little song or whatever you want to call it that I learned. Knit off, knit off, purl on, rear needle, purl off, and you can actually slide it off as you pull your yarn, knit on. Oops, oh shoot. There we go, that's better. So knit on. So we've got knit on, or excuse me, knit off, purl on, rear needle, purl off, rear needle, knit on. Okay, so it's knit. It's one thing about Addi Turbo Sock Rockets. They're very slick for the ease of faster knitting, but they can get in the way of doing this. Knit off, purl on, oops, rear needle, purl off, one arm is going around my tripod here, so, and then knit on. And you can actually slide it off first if you want to, like that. knit off, purl on, just make sure your other ones don't. Purl off, don't slide off, purl off, knit on, knit off, purl on, whoops, purl off, oops, getting a little dicey there, okay, and then knit on, I need to readjust this. There we go. Whoops, was I not in there? So you get the idea. So I'm going to be quiet and finish this. You've got the idea now. Knit off. Purl on. Oops. Back to the rear. Purl off. Knit on, knit off, oh shoot, uh-oh, purl on, oh, wrong way, purl off, knit on, knit off, purl on, purl off, they're gonna slip off, I just know it. There we go. Whoops, I think I got out of center there. Knit on, knit off, purl on, purl off, sorry, I need to get that so it slips off without the other stitches slipping off. There we go. Okay, now these are the last two stitches. So of course you're going to knit off and just let that needle completely slide off like that, and then you're going to purl off, making sure that your yarn goes through the stitch and not just around it. Okay, purl off, slide your stitch, you can slide it out now, and then gently pull. I'll try to do this really good in the camera view. Pull it, okay, and I will make a video for what to do to weave in your ends nice and neatly, but for now what you do when you get to the end is you simply, oops, sorry about that, bump the camera, simply insert your hand into the sock and look for that little hole down at the next, I don't know if you can see it, right here underneath that stitch, directly where you finished. Insert your needle and pull the yarn through. It wasn't quite where I wanted it. It's got a little dimple, but it will work out. And then we'll come back for a video on how to weave in your ends so that they're invisible and stay securely. Thanks for watching. Happy knitting!